What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the corner, and things just keep getting worse for Netflix. Their stock free fall continues, down 49.6% in just the past 30 days, down 75% in the last 6 months. 75%. Think about just how massive that number is. This is a stock that is down $483 a share. At one point, the Netflix stock was $657. I'm sorry, $687. It now sits at a paltry $174. And you might be thinking, now might be a good time to get in. Get in there. Buy it at a discount. Oh, but my friends, I don't know about that, because you may want to protect your eyes from what I'm about to show you next. But, and in order to help you do so, I've got a quick word from this video sponsor. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Blueblox. Look, I've suffered with falling asleep and staying asleep for as long as I can remember, getting poor sleep, waking up frequently during the night. Enter the Blueblox Blackout Sleep Mask, which has basically fixed all of my sleeping issues. The sleep mask comes with a 100% blackout, like sleeping in pitch darkness. I use it when I'm traveling, on the plane, at home, all over. It's completely dark. It's super soft to wear. There's an adjustable strap rather than elastic, which means you can get the perfect fit. It works for all sleeping styles, your back, your belly, or if you're a side sleeper. And if you go to blueblox.com/thequartering and use promo code TheQuartering, you'll get 20% off. That's Blueblox, BLUBLOX.com/thequartering, and use coupon code TheQuartering to save 20% and start sleeping better. Now, even as we look today, it's dropping straight down. It's down another $4 a share today, down 2.13%. Now, a lot of people are saying that tech stocks in and of themselves are obviously having a rough go of it. And that's true. That's true. Even today, down another 100 points. And so some of it is as the market goes. But the reality is Netflix is just desperate now. They're pushing ahead. They're pushing ads into their ad-supported content onto their platform. They're panicking and locking down on password sharing, which I believe will actually have a net negative impact, because what's going to happen is there's a bunch of people out there who are dormant on their Netflix accounts and who share passwords with people who maybe use it more often than them. Suddenly, that's going to get turned off, and people are going to say, well, I'm not even using it. I'll just cancel it. And then the people that were using it for free aren't going to sign up to pay for it. I actually think cracking down on password sharing will be a net negative for them, but I could be wrong. This article by the Daily Mail, Netflix now tells workers it will introduce ad-supported, cheaper subscription plan this year after it lost 200,000 subscribers and stock has plunged. Now, I assume this doesn't, I assume this means that you're not going to see ads like, if you're paying, your $15 a month or whatever. But again, I don't think this saves Netflix. I'm not an expert. This is just my educated opinion, because I produce content that is ad supported. Okay. Unless the ad-supported content, unless Netflix can stack up serious advertisers, okay, and they can sell the ad subscription for like $4, $5, this isn't going to do much. Now, it could offer an option to the people that they're cutting off from their paid subscription. By the way, this isn't just for Netflix, but consider this a reminder from your good friend Jeremy. Think about the things that you're paying for every single month. And then ask yourself, have I used them in the last 2 months? Things like Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, online subscriptions, things of that nature. If you haven't, you can live without it. You can always re-up. Cancel it. Stop giving these people money because you're just too lazy to cancel your account. It's ridiculous. Save yourself the money. Inflation is out of control. Gas is, put the money back in your pocket. Even if you don't think it's a big deal, it's a principle thing. Netflix has sped up plans to introduce a cheaper, advertisement subsidized plan for users who are perhaps contemplating canceling the streaming service as it tries to shake off its shockingly bad first quarter. Netflix on April 19th announced that it had lost 200,000 subscribers for the first 3 months of the year, the first time in over 10 years the numbers had fallen, and a dramatic reversal of their aim of adding 2.5 million. They said they expect to lose 2 million more in the second quarter, and the share price fell significantly, wiping away roughly $70 billion of the company's market cap. In response, Reed Hastings, Netflix co-chief executive, said the company was considering introducing advertisements on a cheaper subscription package and would figure it out over the next year or two. Yet a note to employees obtained by the New York Times on Tuesday showed the pace of the proposal had drastically accelerated, and the new cheaper offering will be brought this year. Yes, it's fast and ambitious, and it will require some trade-offs, the note said. Every major streaming company, excluding Apple, has or has announced an ad-supported service, the note said, for good reason. People want lower-priced options. Yes, they do. However, this will not save Netflix. The reason is, and by the way, Netflix isn't going anywhere. Okay, they still have like 200 million paying subscribers. So let's not pretend Netflix is going to close its doors tomorrow. But it will face some significant downsizing, that's for sure. Let me ask you this. If you're paying $12 a month for something you never use, and then you're offered to pay $6 a month for something you never use, what's the difference? Or let's say the reason you're not signing up for Netflix is because you don't see any content that is worth watching. What does it reduce, lowering its price? Is that really going to do much? If you don't want to watch it, you're already not watching. Let's be honest. Okay, Netflix, the entry package is what, $10 or $11 a month? If you're in the market for streaming service, you have high-speed internet. You have, some sort of mobile device at minimum, right? You can afford $10 a month or $12 a month or even $15 a month. There's very few people making that tough decision whether or not they can afford just Netflix. People that are cutting back all their streaming stuff, and they're cutting back bigger than just $10. So having a cheaper viewing package, I'm not sure does a lot. Because especially for existing users, I'll give you a perfect personal anecdote. I have Hulu because I just like to watch older TV shows, and I don't really watch it for any original programming, but I can go there and watch my American Dad, or I can go watch early Family Guy, or whatever the case may be, put it on for the dogs while we're gone. Then I notice something. So like I like to watch Bob's Burgers, for example. And on the new episodes, I started noticing they were running commercials. And then I would watch other programs like and I would see commercials in that. And I'm like, what the heck is this? Why am I getting commercials? I'm not interested in this at all. I don't want this. I'm not interested in this at all. I called Netflix and they're like, oh, well, you only get ads on certain. I guess what I'm saying is, if you've lived an existence without ads, you're not going to want to start one with them. Now, HBO Max charges $15 a month for uninterrupted viewing and $10 a month with advertising. Netflix executive says the advertising supported tier would be introduced in tandem with its broader plans to charge for sharing. This is what I meant. So they're hoping that when they lock everybody down, that these people who are password sharing are going to sign up for $10 a month. But this feels like the very same logic. This feels like the very same logic around pirated video games and music, doesn't it? Like, we must stop piracy because that's going to improve sales. No, it isn't. There's a negligible amount of people, very small amount of people, that are downloading Marvel movies, that if you stop that, are going to pay $15 to see it in the cinema. There are very few people who are downloading, video games. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. When I was young, like Juarez was a thing, and like all, I think when I was young, most of my friends got every single game from like Juarez, along with lots of viruses and things like that. But we weren't going to go buy the games. We didn't have the money. That's why we were allegedly downloading them. Okay. So when you offer this as a trade-off, it's only going to lessen the impact of people leaving. They're not going to just say, oh, suddenly I'm going to pay for it. Netflix is also in talks with to join forces with the Trade Desk, which helps advertisers with online campaigns, and their former chief financial officer, David Wells, on their board. They are also intending to clamp down on the sharing of accounts. So if you've got a sister, let's say, living in a different city, you want to share Netflix with her, that's great, Greg Peters said on the company's earnings call. We're not trying to shut down that sharing, but we're going to ask you to pay more money. So you do want to share it. Now, as a business, from a business perspective, I 100% agree with this. They never should have allowed password sharing in the first place. It makes no sense. The fact that 10 people in one city are all sharing somebody's Netflix passwords, that's terrible for business. I 100% understand wanting to get rid of it, but it's not going to work. This feels like a desperation play on a stock that, again, is just massively down. 74% in just 6 months. I don't know that they're going to be able to recover, because the core reason they're hemorrhaging viewers is not because of price. It's a price value equation calculation that people are doing. It's not that people can't afford $12. It's that they're not getting enough value for that. So adding ad-supported and cracking down on passive stuff isn't going to change your offering. And at the end of the day, Netflix just sucks. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.